Hi guys! Alright, so today is my second video. It's going to be my second video for my Do Piercings Hurt project. And today we're talking about snake bites. Woo! Everybody loves snake bites. And don't say you don't, because if you say you don't, you're just a liar. I got my snake bites right after graduation. So I've had them about a year and a half. I got them done by Alicia at Graphic Flesh. See, I'll get you up close. Okay, my snake bites were my first piercings, not in my ears. I didn't know what to expect going in. I was nervous, but I knew I wanted them really bad. I'm terrified of needles, in case nobody knew. I am petrified here. I'm going to try to turn around a little bit. And now it's like black. Oh, actually this is better. No, it's not. Ugh, sorry, my computer is awful. That's good-ish. It's worse. Sorry. Anyway, so I didn't know what to expect. I was kind of nervous. I went in though, and my piercer said something, or Alicia said something that was totally comforting. I told her, I was like, I'm a bit nervous. She said, that's alright, I'm not here to hurt you. I was like, hey, okay. Like, I don't know why that calmed me down so much, but it really did, and it was awesome. So, she marked them awesomely the first time, and I know, like, a lot of times when you go in to get your, like, piercing, especially if it's your first, you don't really want to tell the piercer, like, oh, I don't like where you put it. Which is what, when I got my first set of angel bites, I was too nervous to tell my piercer that I didn't like exactly where they were. And I ended up being super, super, super disappointed with them. So, I know you're nervous. I know you don't want your piercer to think you're a wuss or a weirdo. But if they are not exactly where you want them, tell them. Like, honestly, as a piercer, I would so much rather have my friend be like, no, that's totally wrong, than get the piercing and not be in love with it. Like, that's the most awful thing that could happen to a piercer, is to pierce somebody, and either it goes horribly wrong and someone dies, or the person doesn't like their piercing at all. So if your piercing is even a little bit not where you want it, tell your piercer. Get it fixed, because you're going to have to live with that on your face or wherever for the rest of your life, or at least for a long, long time while you still have that piercing, and it's your body. Alright, the person is there to pierce you in the way that you want. It's not like just for them. No, they want to pierce you, and they want to give you a piercing that you really, really like. So please, 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 if you're not 125 billion% sure that your piercing is in exactly the right spot, tell them. Just tell them. Okay, so she put them exactly where I wanted them. Like, I didn't really know if I wanted them far or close, so she put them here first, and I was like, that's absolutely awesome. I love it. And they're super even. I'm super happy. Super. I have to stop saying super. But, so she put the clamps on them. She had me lie down. She put the clamps on them, and they didn't hurt me at all. The only part that hurt was when she first put the needle through the inside. Like, I do piercing like the UK way. I pierce out to in, so I make sure it's super even, but most piercers here in America pierce in to out. The only part that hurt a little bit was the needle going on the tender flesh inside. But other than that, I didn't even really feel it. She made me do a breathing technique, so I was so concentrated on breathing and holding still that I didn't even notice. And my friend was like, it looks like you got a fish hook in your mouth. And it wasn't bad at all. So the first one was done. The second one hurt like a tiny bit more. But really all it is like, okay, I know it's not super comfortable, but put your thumbnail there and just squeeze a little bit. Like, not like super hard, just like flex your arm muscles and squeeze. That's about as much as it hurt. Like, well, it left a little dent, but it's not bad, and it's definitely not unbearable, and it's awesome. So my snake bites are my oldest piercings. They're totally healed. Like, they never get wounded or anything. I didn't have any problems with them. They don't get caught on my teeth. They don't get in the way. I don't bite them when I chew. At first, when I had really long bars, I had a plastic bar in, and I bit the end of it off when I was eating a cinnamon gummy bear, and I swallowed it. But that was because, first of all, I changed my piercings before I was supposed to, which caused me then, it made them swell a little more, so I had to put a longer bar in. And second of all, a plastic piercing is not necessarily like really good for right away. So yeah, I bit the end off and I ate it. Meh. But yeah, so my snake bites, on a scale of 1 to 10 pain-wise, 3 to 4. I mean, 5 is where it starts to be ouch. So basically like 3. I mean, it wasn't exactly comfortable. The clamps were a tiny bit irritating, but it didn't really hurt. It was just a little uncomfortable, just some discomfort for my snake bites. And I lost a lot of weight the next 2 weeks afterwards because I didn't want to open my mouth to eat a lot of food. So, a great diet tip. Get snake bites. Woo! The reason I got snake bites right after my now husband, at the time boyfriend, went to boot camp was because he'd be home 12 weeks after he left, and my snake bites would be healed 12 weeks after he left. So I kind of used them as a coping mechanism / time marker. I knew when my snake bites were healed, my boy would be coming home. So it was just kind of bingo. But yeah, and so now if I can find some good pictures of my snake bites early on, I'll put them at the end of this video. And I think that's all I have to say. So yeah, I recommend snake bites to everybody. I haven't seen a lot of people that they look bad on. They're an easy piercing to look good with. So snake bites. Mwah.